Other interesting cultural news, you have Jerry Seinfeld roasting woke Hollywood as Elon retweets a recent interview. This obviously comes to us thanks to Elon over at X Twitter. And Elon says, quote, make comedy legal again. In his little 1-minute excerpt of Jerry Seinfeld from an interview. And as you'd might say, going viral, getting 53.3 million views in the first 24 hours. Well, actually, no, for 48. I wrote down these statistics a little earlier this week. And got 247,000 likes. And I already see our favorite contrarian leftist, in the responses. So we'll have a little bit of diversification, or we'll have nice sample size of opinions on the left and the right and some in the middle. Now, without further ado, go ahead and tune into Mr. Jerry.
It used to be you would go home at the end of the day. Most people would go, oh, Cheers is on. Oh, MASH is on. Oh, Mary Tyler Moore is on. All in the Family's on. You just expected there'll be some funny stuff we can watch on TV tonight. Well, guess what? Where is it? Where is it? This is the result of the extreme left and PC crap and people worrying so much about offending other people.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to see stand-up comics because we are not policed by anyone. The audience polices us. We know when we're off track.
Mm-hmm.
We know instantly, and we adjust to it instantly. But when you write a script and it goes into 4 or 5 different hands, committees, groups, here's our thought about this joke, well, that's the end of your comedy.
Have you had that experience?
No.
Because isn't that what Curb is all about?
Yeah. Larry was grandfathered in. He's old enough that I don't have to observe those rules because I started before you made those rules.
Very true. A lot of people are also making the connection to other classics like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where, again, a lot of people are saying those things will never get remade again. Though that being said, you do have entities like Blaze Media as well as the Daily Wire, which are putting out comedies that would, I'd say, be on par with those in terms of being quote-unquote non-PC. And again, viral, getting 53.3 million views and 247,000 likes, which is a great reminder to take the 1/10 of a second to click the like button for this video. Or downvote and give me a comment, let me know how I can do better. Now, one of our first comments comes from Luke Salisky, our favorite leftist. Well, not really favorite, but appreciate different perspectives because life can get pretty boring in echo chamber. Now, Luke says, quote, there's nothing anyone can do or can say or do to confront this level of gaslighting. Nothing. That's the loop we're in. The gaslighting paradox of pretending Elon is the savior of free speech and journalism and the victim of malign woke forces on his own personal social media platform, unquote. Mostly mentally vacuous, it is Luke, but nevertheless, he did get 447 people who agreed with him and that liked his post. Coming from a man who doesn't even suit up for a profile picture. He's wearing a V-neck. You can only imagine a V-neck is appropriate if you're married and it's like date night at home. So it's a home date night. The public doesn't see you. And you're at home. And that I could think might be appropriate. Again, you've been married for years before she sees you in that. And it's obviously very casual. In that scenario, I could see that being appropriate. I mean, we always know. True men always suit up. We always look the best. Now, interesting enough, 33 people did respond to Luke. One of the first comments comes from, let's see here. Randy Vittori says, quote, he literally posted an audio clip of Jerry Seinfeld, one of the all-time greatest comedy greats, telling you how bad it really is, and you completely ignore it and scream that Elon is gaslighting. The reality here is that you're the one gaslighting everyone, getting 3 likes. So it doesn't look like a lot of people are in the comments are responding positively to Luke. And I mean, just turning on the TV or realistically watching a streaming show these days, I don't think a lot of people would disagree with the fact that content is just, in general, becoming more and more PC, bland, and boring. I mean, just like at Disney, they're losing billions of dollars on the movies because there's... I don't want to say the writing is terrible, but the writing is akin to monkeys using a typewriter, which there's a theory that if you had like 100 monkeys for 100 years typing a typewriter, they'd eventually, write Shakespearean novels. I don't know how they actually test that, but nevertheless, you have other folks like Sassafras84 saying, quote, yes, let's bring back comedy. And it says, this is what you look like when you have a black belt and being offended. It is a white gal with short rainbow-colored hair, glasses that are circles, almost look like spectacles from like a Harry Potter film or something. Although, I want to fact check, she does not have 28 pieces of jewelry pinched onto her lips and nose, or piercings more accurately. Which, I don't know. I've lost track of how many women I've seen with the little cow ring in the middle. I don't know who's telling women that's attractive. It's not. And yet you see it more and more in modern society. let me know in the comments, where did that trend start? Who's lying to these women saying it's attractive? That's beyond me. Now, that did get 1.2 thousand likes. You have Culture War saying, quote, comedy has become reality. It says in the 1990s, you got Jim Carrey dressed up as a gal. In 2020s, you have that mentally vacuous, how do I not get banned on YouTube? Well, I'm on Rumble too. So we have that gentleman that threw on a women's swimming suit. What was that guy's name? And he competed in women's swimming and won gold medals, beating out Riley Gaines. Because, of course, he was a 437th best male swimmer, and then in the female category became #1, changing in the locker room in front of girls. Yeah. Then you also have another comedy duo. You got Korean John Pierre, it's the parody, gained 1.1 thousand likes. Let's see. Task Force also says, I bet the woke couldn't handle a simple sitcom with such as Married with Children. I miss the good old days. And you have a picture of the OG Iowan, John Wayne, saying, quote, the older generations have a lot of things, but at least we weren't offended at pancake syrup, unquote. Getting 1.1 thousand likes. Playing the memes, because in A+, they responded with a meme today. They say, absolutely. It says, here's to the good old days where we could just make fun of each other without getting their panties in a bunch. Getting 1.5 thousand likes. Anonymous says, quote, once again, Elon pushing conspiracy theories on the platform that he bought. At this point, he's probably a national security threat since he'll be using this platform to affect results of the 2044 election. A contrarian statement. We found one. It got 1.4 thousand likes, which is hilarious that there's so many people who hate free speech. Of all the platforms on social media, and by far, X Twitter is the best in terms of not being censoring a lot of folks. But even it's not perfect. And it is funny to see all these people complaining, and yet Elon's not censoring this person yet. Let's see someone who responded saying, Sven Kurth responded to that guy saying, quote, how is this a conspiracy theory? Is there anything more suffocating to humor than and art than forced diversity? Are we all in pursuit of uniformity and mediocrity? No sharp edges? Isn't everyone using this platform to influence people? WRT 2024? I thought you were protecting us from nefarious entities that threaten us, like corporations, military industrial complex, captured government oversight, illegal surveillance and censorship. What's going on? Or are you just about placing prominent individuals that voice opinions outside of accepted groupthink, unquote. Getting 23 likes. And a Michael Scott gif of him saying bingo. Let's see. A couple of clips of George Carlin. Let's see. Do one or two more here. Ryan Sheed says, quote, I love how you have nothing. Oh, let's see. I love how you do nothing on this platform but push conspiracy theories and right-wing talking points. I wish we could deport your rear back to Canada or South Africa. You're a national security threat and overall piece of garbage, unquote. Getting 1.4 thousand likes. Wow. Another contrarian statement to say the least. Someone really doesn't like the fact that Elon gives people free speech. Ryan Sheed is known for, he's a veteran, really. Interesting. Love how nothing conspiracy theories. Usually those folks are more about freedom than not. He has 101,000 followers, including Mark Hamill. Kind of shows you what he's all about. Let's see. Interesting fellow. Nice way of saying weird. Yeah, Sherry saying, quote, every time I get pissed off that the government is wasting money I pay in taxes, I think of Elon Musk. He pays $11 billion a year. Imagine how it feels. And even then, our government can't make a profit. We're still running up the debt. It's insane. Elon paid $11 billion in taxes. How disgusting is that? When Abraham Lincoln first introduced the income tax on the federal level, it was 3%. 3%. And now we're paying 40%. If your state has an income tax, that's another 10, 12, 13%. And of course, if you want to buy something, that's the 8.25% sales tax. You got property tax, gas tax, liquor tax, tobacco tax, telecom tax, water tax. It's kind of depressing if Americans are really proficient at math. If they were write down of every dollar we earn, how much is really ours at the end of the day, they'd be pretty depressed. But ADHD tangent aside, let's see. Elon Musk parody account says X makes comedy legal again. It's a picture of Biden wearing khaki pants and says, America, take 50% off your entire worth. Banana Republican, 917 likes. Here. They're against. Blake says they are against memes. Is a picture of NPR saying, how far right groups use memes to radicalize people. Got 174 likes. Looks like overall, a couple contrarian statements against Elon. Let's see. 330 likes. What's this? It is from Sure Majesty. He says Joe Biden would be mad if he saw his posts, and it says I should not be president. Change my diaper. Got 330 likes. So a couple contrarian statements. A couple folks are really irate that Elon gives people a platform to actually allow them to have an ability to have free speech. Fascinatingly enough, I can't help but notice on YouTube if you mention certain topics, your views just crash to nothing. And statistically speaking, more than 3 people should see this, and yet. I mean, earlier this week, some of those videos were getting like 2 to 3 views. Granted, I know it's a competitive market, but I mean, 2 to 3? That's mathematically improbable. Like, even if someone hates the show, even if they tune in and watch a couple of minutes, which is another friendly reminder to share it with your friends, even if they don't like it. You never know. Maybe we'll win them over, kill them with kindness, so to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, I'm trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So again, if you could click that like, subscribe, and follow button, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, giving a comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight,